Well, it's a great day for Cajun baseball and just UL in general. Just real proud of our program, and it's been a long, tough climb to get back to this point of where we feel like we should be and where the expectation level is, and just happy for these boys, and this is hitting the rankings is I know that the season's not over and there's still a lot of baseball left to play, but this is a box that we definitely wanted to check. And there was a couple of them, like I was telling Kevin this morning on the radio, is, we wanted to start packing this place out again, and Cajun Nation has been incredible. Not only just the older fans, but the student section's been that's starting to catch fire, and if that catches fire, this place is going to go crazy. And those guys have been phenomenal. And then we wanted to get ourselves back in the rankings, and you go, well, do you necessarily control those things? And yeah, we do. A good brand of baseball will put butts in the seats, and we'll get national recognition. It's a big day for our program and the university. Understanding that we're not finished is just the beginning, and get a lot of work to do. Coming off another great week, 15 in a row. I mean, that's incredibly tough to do. You have to do so many things right, but yet at the same time overcome a ton of adversity and obstacles and not flinch or back up. And these boys just don't have any quit in them. They love to play and keep this thing riding as long as we can. I thought it started off on Tuesday with a really good Nichols team, as evidenced by what they did this weekend, which was a big win for us. And then a much improved ULM team. I think everybody saw that. They are more athletic and definitely have a lot better arms than they've had in the past, and played us tough really all three games. And that's what we're going to get out of everybody's best shot at this point. But just like I said, proud of this team, proud of where we're at, and because I know how much has gone into getting to this point. So with that, if you guys don't have any questions, well,
just one, perhaps. As you guys continue to climb and hit these milestones, hit these markers, getting these rankings, how do you and the coaching staff kind of keep things still to a one game at a time mentality, but not let all these things kind of cloud kind of the play?
Well, that's a lot easier said than done, right? And it's a real thing. Having been in these spots before a few times, it can become, it starts off as cool, and then it gets really fun, and then it can become a burden. And I think you saw us play like that a little bit early on Friday. Press, trying not to screw up, not to lose, and you can't play the game that way. That's not how the streak started. But it's certainly how it can end. And, you just got to go out and play the game. And our mission every night is to win the freebie battle, and we've done a tremendous job at that. If we can win the freebie battle, if we can throw fewer pitches than our opponent, which we are dominating right now, and strike out fewer times than them, which we're doing a pretty good job of. Those are three areas that I think we're getting pretty good at. And, I think, just to sum up your question, you have to acknowledge what's going on, and I do in our team meetings in our baseball schools, and you've got to understand how to approach it and how to attack it, and that's with a whatever happens attitude. But we're going to go lay it all out there, and I think that's what you've seen us do for the most part, night in and night out.
Whether you play bad for 3 or 4 innings, or whenever you eventually do lose a game, is it a matter of that making you angry as opposed to, now we're going in the other direction? To responding properly to.
When I was asked yesterday for a comp to the 14 team, and we're going to find out, right, at some point. What they had was they bounced back like a ball off the ground, and never lost 2 in a row until the last one. And we've done a pretty good job at that, even when we were scuffling early, as we would, win a couple, drop one, win one, drop one, win 3. Is the turnaround needs to happen, boom, right away. And so that's what this group's all about. You know, I've learned just from watching this team, and every team's different. I've learned don't judge them by the first few innings, and because that can happen, right? And you can start making pitching plans for the next day, or if you're in a series to try to get to Sunday, and then all of a sudden, bang, we're hitting in the seventh, and that's just been this team. And once they get going, they get going, but they might not start off that way.
It's fun to play right now, and you've said many times that you wish you played every day. But from a pure, and you get to try out new lineups and get hitters in the lineup and all that's good. But from a pure pitching standpoint, is it good these 5-game weeks?
I think it can be. I think we can add 2 or 3 guys to the stable. Some guys that haven't been out a whole lot, Kev. You know, I want to get McGehee going. He'll start tomorrow night. Tillett needs to throw. We haven't seen him yet. We need to get Brooks going, JT back to going again. You know, because when you do get into these tournament and regional settings, you're gonna have to use somebody that hasn't been used a bunch, and we need to keep those guys sharp.
So is Wednesday starter depending on what happens tomorrow?
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. We'll do whatever we got to do tomorrow. And look, Prairie View, you know, what we've done a great job of is it really doesn't matter who we're playing. We're going to play baseball. And the name or the tackle twill across other teams' jersey, that it's, you know, insignificant to us going out and playing our style of play and playing just good Cajun baseball. And so each game that we're in, we're going to work to win it. Now, obviously, you've got certain guys on the weekend that are shelved that are just going to sit there. But other than that, yeah, we're going to work to win. And look, Prairie View's put up good offensive numbers. They run. They're athletic. They have a little bit of everything. They struggle pitching in baseball, but offensively, and if you look, they've put up some runs on some good teams.
You mentioned the 2014 team. It's probably early to start comparing some things, but are there specific things that you like about this team that sort of remind you of that group?
Yeah, they're fun. They're hard-nosed. There's not a consensus. I think, like Margaret Thatcher said it best, consensus is an absence of leadership. And there's definitely opinions and strong-willed opinions in that room and that clubhouse. And it's not all the time getting along, but it's all the time protecting our program and doing what's best for the program. And both teams had a lot of that, a lot of strong-willed, strong men, personalities that happen to be pretty good at baseball and love to play. These guys just love to play.
Is that something that's developed over the course of the year?
You recruit it. You need to recruit that. And you recruit guys that have a strong backbone and love to play and play the game right, play hard. And, you know, you can develop it some, but you need to recruit it too. And it's taken us a while to get there, but I'd say we got a pretty good clubhouse.
Is this your longest personal relationship?
I guess so. I read that it was. I had no idea. You know, I was here. I thought we won 15 and 14. I don't know if that's true or not. As a head coach, it probably is. I don't know. You can ask it. I couldn't tell you nothing from nothing about my record or anything else. I want to win the game that we're in, but it's a pretty good one, and you know, we just keep playing. Kind
of started Louisiana Tech.
It started at Louisiana Tech. It started the night before in practice at Ruston. We really honed in on our approach and had a heck of a ball game. We're pretty good offensively at Ark State, and then dropped it late. We'd walk some guys, this and that. And then the crazy part about it, and is what is similar to 14, is we had to mount a crazy rally to win on Saturday at Ark State. We were down 4 with the wind in our face, and somehow found a way to win that game. Just like, 14, we lose the first game of the year 4 or 5-1, and have to win on a Jace Conrad home run the next day, 1-0, and then after that just took off.
Same approach, taking on La Tech, and also maybe some keys to taking on Marshall?
Well, La Tech is really, really good. And we've prided ourselves in midweek games this year. We've been extremely good in midweek games, and especially wanting to win against in-state opponents. And we'll have our hands full, not looking past Prairie View, but just to answer your question. We got them the first time. They're playing good baseball. They're going to want to get after us. It ought to be a great game on Wednesday. Marshall is much improved. They're in a new stadium this year. They have a great head coach, came from Ohio State. And, he had to play with what he had a year ago, and obviously got some of his own guys in there, and gave Texas State everything they wanted this weekend, and have surpassed a lot of their numbers already midway through the season from last year. They have statistically the best pitcher in the league, just if you're going by ERA and innings pitched. Blevins kid's got a 1.4 something ERA with a ton of innings pitched. And so I don't know what he's all about yet, but I'm sure I'll watch him before we get to him. And they're playing pretty good baseball. So, like I said, and I know it's cliched, but it's one game at a time for us, and all of our focus is on Prairie View and playing good baseball tomorrow night.